Needing no explanation, Adam Virgo has been keeping a very close eye on the team top of the Championship, the only unbeaten side in the Football League. And Adam will be revealing the secrets behind their success a bit later on. Back to matters footballing, though, and Brighton, the only unbeaten side, Adam, in the top 4 divisions in this country. They went up against Charlton, who've been flirting with the relegation places. Didn't look that way, though, at the start of the game, did it?
No, it certainly wasn't, Kelly. After 5 minutes, the unbeaten run was really under threat. And I've got to give credit to Charlton because they started so well. And they played the counter-attack against Brighton, and it really worked, as we see here, that Brighton's poor form in keeping the ball early on really worked against them. It's from their own free kick, really, that you see how Charlton counter-attack.
Why are they vulnerable to the counter-attack, Brighton?
I think if you're being honest, you maybe look at the back four of Greer, hasn't got great pace, Dunk's not the fastest, and he had Calder on in at left-back. And Lookman here gets one-on-one with Bruno, and he goes down the line. The full-back does everything right. And maybe you may look at David Stockdale near post, but the strike was so good that he beat him near post. And again, the second goal was actually come from Brighton because Lewis Dunk actually flicks it on. And if you see his reaction in the middle of your screen, he's running back for the goal kick. Then the referee realises and gives it a corner. Now, if this would have gone in, Charlton fans would have gone mad, but they don't, and they capitalise on it brilliantly. You just see the header on the edge of the box here by Vaz Tay against Solly March, and you just watch his reaction afterwards when he wins it. He's off. And this is where Charlton was so good and effective. And you just see Solly March there, he's gone past him. Kayal does a brilliant challenge, but then Rees does the rest and puts it into the back of the net. And at this stage, I mean...
Well, do you know the last time that Brighton came back from 2-0 down at home? It was that long ago you were playing, practically in black and white.
I know. But David Stockdale again from Goodmanson. It's a fantastic save, and he's done that on a number of occasions this season, David. And but that first half, Charlton were really in the driving seat, and Chris Hughton had some big words to say at half-time.
What do you think he would have said to the players? What kind of advice would he have given them?
I think when you're in this position, the performance goes out the window. He wants his characters, his leaders, which I didn't think Brighton had last season. Your Kayals, your Greers, your Stockdale, Zamora up front. People to step up, come out fighting and give Charlton a game second half. And they certainly did. They
certainly did. So Brighton and Charlton go into the second half with Charlton leading by 2-0 at Brighton. The huge unbeaten run, 19 games under threat. Looks like it's coming to an end and the fight back starts.
Well, I think this starts with the performances of Stevens and Kayal in midfield. Stevens wins the ball in midfield. But this is a massive signing for Brighton this season. James Wilson coming in from Manchester United. A lot's have expected of him, a lot's heard of him. And then Kayal again dictating play. They've got a lot of joy down this right-hand side in the second half. Solly March naturally left-footed. You want to see more of this when he cuts inside, shooting on goal more. And that's a top save from Stephen Henderson. I played with him at Yeovil. He's a top goalkeeper. And he made a wonderful save. But certainly this was a certainly changing point of the game. Bauer on Zamora. It's a certain red card, and I don't think Charlton could have any complaints with that. It's a goal-scoring opportunity for Bobby to go through.
A clear goal-scoring opportunity?
100%. He was through on goal, and that would have been a goal for me. And he's been brilliant, Bobby Zamora, since he's come in. He just seems to be in the right place at the right time, and people maybe will question his signing at the start of the season with his injuries at QPR and what he could bring to the team. But this is what Brighton have got now. They've got depth in their squads. Hemed coming on as sub, Van La Parra coming in from Wolves. Textbook cross. And when you're at the bottom of the league, that spins past the post. When you're at the top of the league, Kelly, that tends to spin in. And it's a real dogged performance second half from Brighton. And, you know, they're continuing this season. And they've had some key performances from lots of players, of course. But they've done well against the sides around them. Burnley, they've gone and got points at. And other teams around them as well. Sheffield Wednesday away, I remember them picking up a point as well. So credit to Chris Hughton, the way that he changed it. He went 3 at the back when they went down to 10 men, and that made a massive difference.
And like you said, he'll have learned a lot about his side's character. We can hear, actually, from both managers. Now, starting with Chris Hughton.
We had to show something in that second half. Sometimes it goes for you, the momentum. The sending off obviously had an effect as well, and I'd have to say over the 90 minutes we had to show that, and we probably edged it and deserved it.
Well, we knew they play at home, they're unbeaten, playing for their first position. There would be pressure from them, and we tried to go through the first 50 minutes. We concede, and we concede a red card, so I'm sure it influenced the game.
Did you have an opinion on the red card?
No, I cannot give an opinion because I haven't seen the images. But I think if the referee gives a red card, I hope he's right.
So Brighton are 2 points clear at the top of the table after coming back from 2 goals down to beat Charlton. Middlesbrough stay second, 3 points above Derby, who play on Sunday. Hull are in fourth, they're a point clear of Burnley, and Cardiff have moved up into the top 6.
At the wrong end of the table, well, quite a game, wasn't it, for Bolton today? Entertaining, but no consolation. They stay bottom. After that defeat to Cardiff, they actually stay 3 points behind Rotherham. Charlton drop into the relegation zone. They're only behind Bristol City and MK Dons on goal difference. The bottom 5 all lost today.
We're back next week. The big winners, Adam Virgo, though, are Brighton. Bye-bye.